Hello, friend. Thanks for joining today for gate 35. So this is the gate of change or progress. So if you see here it is in the mandala as we have been moving around the mandala. It is also again in the throat. So here it is here. And if you see here, it is part of the human experiential way from the 41, 30, 36, 35. So it's a voice in the throat, and it says, I feel it's time for a change. You know, with the motor of the solar plex, the expression that it's trying to express are feelings. It's the feelings. So you're moved into action to explore new horizons. With this gate being in the abstract collective circuitry, it is a relational voice, experience you are hungry for. So, you know, the 41st gate, there's the desires, there's hunger, there is fantasy, there's imagination. And what it wants to do is just grow and progress and express that change that takes place in an experience. So the collective experiences versus the 16 that we just went over. And the 16 is here to, collect experiences versus the 16 that is collecting the repeated experiment to perfect. So, you know, if we kind of cut this right down the middle, it's interesting to watch how these both sides mirror each other. So mastery for you is expressed as wisdom and manifests as advice. So the only limit to growth is your devotion to your strategy and authority. If you are steady with your strategy and authority, there will be growth. So by design, a progress cannot exist in a vacuum and is dependent on interaction. You know, the emotional center is it's about bonding. So we came here to bond. We came here to interact with each other. So if you notice in your human design, you don't have everything colored in. There's no possible way to have everything colored in. There's 23 activations and there's 64 gates. That is by design. That is by design. Yes, we come into this matrix. Yes, we hold all of the wisdom, experiences, whatever you want to say, from if you want to call it lifetimes, whatever you want to call it. We hold all of this energy. However, only some of it is supposed to be expressed through us. There's only particular traits that we said, okay, we'll jump into this meat suit and we'll express these particular traits in this lifetime. We didn't come here to have it all. We didn't come here to have all the activation. What would be the point? There would be then no experience because there's nothing to meet. There's nothing to meet. You and I are completely different. You know, at the end of every one of these videos, I show you my design. We're totally different. And that's so that we can interact, because progress cannot exist in a vacuum. I'm here to expand. You're here to expand. We're here to expand the whole. We're here to have experiences together. That's what this is all about. You know, and the very unfortunate piece, super unfortunate piece, is the dark side of social media. People are not getting out of their houses and interacting. They're stuck on their phones or on their devices, on their games. And yeah, they might have, you know, 20,000, 100,000, 60 million followers. That's not interaction. Interaction is aura to aura. Yes, I totally get it. My energy is everywhere. Your energy is everywhere. but the physical body wants to have the experience. If we were just going to be in energetic, then we wouldn't have decided to grab a meat suit. We would just still be floating around energetically. Our physical bodies want to have the experience with each other. We want to interact. You know, the genes, the genetic imperative wants to, you know, bring the other person in, learn, have wisdom. Yes, we can interact, you know, in an online classroom, and that brings a little bit more experience. But there is no, there's no substitute for human interaction. Human interaction. And that's how we grow, and that's how we progress. So again, this gate is in the throat. So, yes, I did go over that, didn't I? Yes, the throat. So the not self will have you take action before your strategy and authority guides you, of course. It always wants you to. So the not self will amplify the emotional expectation of others, and your advice will be shared on deaf ears. Amplification. Anything that's white in the body graph, the not self mind wants to grab onto it and then convince you that you need to try harder to be it. And if you've never ever noticed what human beings do, so say I go to a country and I don't speak the language, so I don't speak Spanish, something I'd love to learn, but I don't speak Spanish. So I would go there and go, okay, so where's the washroom? And the person wouldn't understand. So what do? I speak louder. Where's the washroom? Thinking that if I speak louder, they're going to hear me. It's funny, I have a little nephew, he's 3 years old. And when we can't understand him, that's what he does also. When we can't understand some of the words that he's trying to pronounce, he will get louder and louder and louder. That's what we do. So that's what the not self does. It tries to amplify. Well, it's not one of my, it's not my nature when it's not defined in my body graph. So even though I'm trying to amplify it, it isn't even mine. It's not even mine. So it's really, you know, it's fun to watch. I love design, as you can tell. And I love to you know, correlate all of this stuff together, and to watch our political unrest that's happening right now, and the movement of the people. And right now is the perfect time, is the best time to jump into your individual meat suit and be here fully and use your strategy and authority to guide you. Because the authorities are getting shaken down. Like, yeah. It's all about you. It's not about them. So if design, if you love the education of design and you want to move forward with it and know your design better and be able to trust yourself in a way that you've never trusted yourself before, I would love to have a conversation with you. I would love to educate you and have you step into your experiment, because that is what brings me joy. So like, design is the matrix. And if you want to, you know, look at personal, career, business, whatever it is, relationships, family practice is really fun as well. Let me know and get in contact with me and ask me what I can do for you. And then I can respond. All right. Thank you.